Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where each day we look at a word or sometimes 2 or 3 words to help you pronounce them correctly in American English. Today's word is 2 words, and they've been requested a couple of times in a couple of different contexts. So I'd like to talk about the words all and the word I'll. We'll also be talking about I'll when we talk about some contractions soon. That may be this Friday in our Free Friday class. We meet every day to talk about a word of the day, and on Fridays we have a free live question and answer class. And many of you attend that class and ask questions about specific words or patterns, so I encourage you to do that as well. Looking at all and I'll, the main challenge for most people with these words is the L sound at the end, the dark L. And so I do suggest looking at my dark L video, and I'll put a link for that in the comments about this video so you can check that out. But let's break it down a little bit and help you with these 2 words. So the word all, part of the issue is also that it has letter A, and letter A can make many different vowel sounds in English. In the word all, it's the vowel aw, which this is the IPA symbol for this vowel. It's a rounded mid vowel, so my lips are somewhat rounded, aw, and my jaw is not all the way open. Versus ah is an open, unrounded vowel. That's the vowel in words like hot and not. I want to have some rounding when I'm saying all. So I usually write that with the AW, like in the word law or saw, because usually that helps me visualize and think about which vowel sound I should be making. And then when I put the dark L on, I have to go into a shape for the front of the tongue lifting for the L, but the back of my tongue staying down, and it's in a similar position to the aw in terms of the opening of the tongue. So I like to think of the dark L as having a schwa sound before it, and so it would be all, if I go slowly, all. And that's can be a hard transition to make. So you may also, if you have trouble with all, you may have trouble with words like fall and tall and call. I would just say think about lengthening on the vowel, all, and making sure at the end that the tip of your tongue lifts, but that you don't lift the whole tongue. You don't want all with my whole tongue lifting. I just want all with the back of my tongue lifting. So I'm not sure that thinking about that schwa in this word is that helpful, except that if it helps you lengthen your vowel, all, that may help. Then when we move to the word I'll, that's where thinking about the schwa is very helpful. So the I is the diphthong, goes from that open ah to the more relaxed and closed I. I just think about I, just closing your mouth as you transition in those vowels. Many of you can say that diphthong I, no problem. One accent error I hear is that people will just say it more like an ah, instead of I, so watch out that you avoid that. And then when I go to the L, the error that I usually hear here is that people are thinking the words I will, and they may just say I will quickly. They have trouble sometimes moving from the I to the dark L. In order to do that, I'll, because I have a schwa before my dark L, and I'm in the I position, I actually have an extra sound in there, like a y sound. So if I were to write out all of the sounds in IPA, I would glide in my I would add my y sound, my schwa, and my L. I'll. If I write that in a way that makes more sense to you, it might be more like I'll. Now I don't want to break like I did just there, otherwise it doesn't sound like I'll. But if I go slowly, I'll, I can feel that glide has to happen to connect the vowel sounds, the I and the I'll. Another tip is that the word aisle, the contraction, and I spelled that wrong. Aisle, like the aisle 4 in the grocery store, aisle, is the same pronunciation. They both have this I'll sound. So maybe this one gives you trouble because you're thinking about the words I will, and maybe I'll is easier to say. Or maybe it's challenging simply because you have to sequence all of those vowel sounds before the L sound. In any case, both of those strategies can help you thinking about visualizing this I'll or this way, visualizing a different spelling that helps you better make all of the sounds that you need. Once I can say I'll and all by themselves, I want to start trying to build them into some short phrases. Maybe not together at first, but we'll try that for a challenge at the end. So let's try all first. I'm all done. Do you have all of them? We should all practice the word all. Then I'll see you later. I'll do that. I'll give you a call. Finally, I'll practice all of them. I'll take all of them. I'll talk about all of them. Okay, good. So thank you for those suggestions. I did have a request for I'll versus all and someone else requesting all. And I know those dark L words can be challenging. So I do recommend checking out more details on speechmodification.com on our free lessons. You can also attend our Friday class to ask for clarification on anything you see in these Word of the Day videos. If you have a request for the word of the day, please feel free to leave it on this video or any of my videos. I do go check all of the comments and send you to resources and videos to help you, as well as keeping a long list of new videos to cover in our Word of the Day series. Thanks to all of you who've made suggestions. They're very helpful not only for you, but also for the other viewers and for me to know which words you struggle with and to help you understand why that might be the case. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.